Yesterday evening, I arrived in Mexico, Tulum. I came to surprise two of my brothers, Alessandro and Noah Minetti. And when I was around their house last night after surprising them both, we were talking. And we was talking about, in the past year, how much we have all transformed our life, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Our bank accounts have got bigger. Our physiques have got bigger and stronger. Our mindsets got stronger. Everything has elevated and grown. And what we was discussing was sometimes we forget how advanced we are to the average person, to the normal person. And how our lives are so different from most people. And that's what I want to talk to you in about today's video, is my life. I want to almost just explain to you the life I'm living, and then I'm going to explain to you how you can live this fucking life too. In the past year, right, I was in London last year and I decided, you know what? I need to leave London. Back then I was living in a $1 million apartment, I had my dream car. I was living a good life, and I was like, nah, I need to leave. So I booked a one-way flight, business class, to Mexico, Tulum, where I met up with Alessandro and Noah for the first real time of meeting these guys. I had met Alessandro once before at a mastermind I had hosted. So I ended up flying to Mexico, Tulum, and I stayed here for around 5 months, right? 4 to 5 months. And then Iman Gadzi, I saw he was hosting a mastermind in Dubai, which was $25,000. And I said, all right, I want to go to the mastermind. So I simply booked the mastermind, $25,000. And then I decided, well, I have to fly back to London to handle some business. So I flew back to London, business class. Then I'm in London, handling some business, whatever, cool. I leave for Dubai, flying business class again. Then I get to Dubai and we go and stay in a penthouse with my brother Vash. We go to this mastermind. I stayed in Dubai for, I think it was around 2 months, right? A bit over 2 months. Again, staying in a luxury apartment, yeah? It was about $8,000 a month rent. I remember then my business started to really take off. I had a 1 day in business where I made $25,000. And after Dubai, one of my other friends called Malika, she was in Bali and she said, hey, come to Bali. We'll meet up. And Malika was also my coach at the time as well. And I decided, all right, we'll go to Bali. I'm traveling around Bali, going island hopping in helicopters, staying wherever I want, doing whatever I want. And then after Bali, I was like, well, where am I going to go next? And I was like, well, my intention right now is to just level up and grow. And then I was like, there's a men's retreat in Bali. So I just booked out this men's retreat, which was a few $1,000s in Bali for 1 month, and I stayed there and worked there. Then I said, where shall I go next? And I decided, well, let me just fly to Thailand to go and see one of my best friends, Tyrell. One of my brothers, Tyrell, going to Thailand to see him. I stayed with him for a few months. Then I was like, well, where am I going next? Tyrell was like, well, we're going to Dubai soon. We're going to be hosting an event for Luke Belmar. Why don't you come through to that? So I go there, networking with Luke Belmar. And then I was like, well, where am I going to go after Dubai? I was like, well, let me just go back to Tulum and meet my brothers Alessandro and Noah again. And here I am. I flew here business class. I flew to Dubai business class, right? This is just the life I'm living now, guys. Complete freedom. Doing what I want, when I want, with who I want. I'm in incredible shape. My mindset's strong. I'm connected to God every day. And I want to make this video just to say, like, wherever you are, it's possible, right? Last month, I had my biggest month in business. Making more in a month than what I would have made in 3 or more years if I was to have followed the path that school told me to take, or go to university and get a job. And it's just normal though. This is what I'm trying to say to you guys. Like, wherever you are on your journey, those of you that know my story, those of you that don't, I used to work in a fucking supermarket. I used to work in a fucking supermarket for $10 an hour. And I just always had this vision. I always had this dream in my mind of living a life of freedom, doing what I want, when I want, with who I want, on my own schedule. And if there's one thing I've realized on this journey is that whatever you ask for, you get. Right? Whatever life you envision, you will get it. If it might take you longer than you think, it might happen in a slower process than you think. It might even happen in a different way than you think, but you will get there. You will make that vision you have in your mind a reality. And I want you to know that wherever you are, this life I'm living now, it's almost surreal as I'm telling you the life I'm living, the freedom I have, the abundance I have, the choices I have. Again, I used to be probably in a similar position to most of you are watching this right now, right? I was broke, I was working a supermarket job. I dreamed of this life. I was trying to make money online in business and nothing was working. And I just kept my end goal in mind. I kept the end vision in mind of this life I was going to live. And I've met so many people on my way up who just gave up, man. Straight up, they gave up. They had these dreams, they had these ambitions, but they didn't almost see it through till the end. And on my journey, guys, most of you know, like, it took me a long time to see success, right? To manifest the life that I am living now. But again, I want you to know this, guys, like, this is just the beginning for me. I'm 28 years young. And when I'm talking to my boys, Alessandro and Noah, yesterday, and we're talking about, you know, the life we're going to keep building and the life we're going to create for ourselves. Just don't be surprised in a few years' time, guys, when you'll see me living an even crazier life than I'm living now. Everything I want, I'm going to get. Everything I wrote down, I'm going to get. I was reading over a vision this morning on my phone. And everything I wrote down is either happened or is unfolding now. And I wrote that vision in 2020. And it's like, if I was to read it to you guys, it's mad how accurate it is to the life I'm living now. In fact, let me get it and read it to you. Let me just read this out to you. Let me just find my other phone, if it's charged. Yeah, it's charged. Here we go. So I'm going to read this out to you. All right? So, my life is freedom. I have the ability to travel freely on my own schedule whenever I want. I am living a luxurious, abundant lifestyle while being an inspiration to thousands of others, making a positive impact on the world. I am a successful influencer, coach, and lifestyle entrepreneur who is helping thousands of people around the world transform their business by helping them master their mindset, the most powerful and important thing everyone must know about. I am on track to grow my businesses to earning multi-millions every single year whilst doing what I love with a true passion. This money has opened up so many incredible opportunities for me. I am so happy and grateful now that I am earning millions every year, and I feel amazing and extremely proud for achieving this incredible goal. With this money I am earning, I invest it into extremely profitable assets that bring me millions more passively. Money works for me. I get to travel the world whenever I choose, and I am living a life of adventure and excitement every day, and I couldn't be happier. I am filled with so much joy and gratitude. Thank you. I am surrounded by like-minded, high-achieving people who add value to my life every time I am around them. I am so grateful to be building up my personal brand and impacting and inspiring millions of people's lives from all over the world. Not only have I created a successful lifestyle business allowing me to fulfill my dreams, but I've also built the body of my dreams. I am healthy, lean, flexible, muscular, energetic, and strong, and this has increased my confidence in ways that I could not have imagined. You get my point. Even here, the person I have become is someone I used to dream of. I am focused, disciplined, confident, fearless, and have a purpose bigger than myself that keeps me motivated at all times. So, you can see this, right? There's more to the vision, but the point I'm trying to make is like everything I wrote down back when I wrote that in 2020, this seemed out of reach for me. And when I wrote that down, it was almost like from a paradigm of that would be nice. Like I always knew I was going to make this happen and I would never quit, but I didn't almost believe it. But I want you to know right now, if you're watching this, whatever dreams you have, they're closer than you think. And I want you to know now as well, like, they will be realized. You know what I'm saying to you? They will be realized. As long as you stay consistent. That's one thing about me, Alessandro and Noah. We never fucking gave up. We never gave up. And we'll never give up with the next levels of visions we have. We'll never give up, man. We'll never give up. It's like everything we wrote down, the private jets, everything else, the lifestyle, the money, the emotions we're going to experience. Like, we will never give up until we make that a fucking reality. You can watch as this all unfolds by staying subscribed to my YouTube, following me on Instagram, all of that good stuff there, man. But really, guys, the message of this story is this, right? The life I'm living now is something I visioned in my mind. I envisioned this shit. And now it's my reality. And again, I'm going to say this, guys. The way I made this a reality was not with the fucking tactics and the bullshit like that. It was shifting my mindset, changing my belief systems, changing my visions, changing my identity, changing the way I viewed myself. That's the fucking key. Even when I speak to Alessandro and Noah, everything they're doing now, it was not about more skills and things like that. It was about changing the way they see themselves and leveling up their identity. So other than that, brothers, go to brotherhood.co. You can actually see testimonials from Noah and Alessandro about how I changed their life. Then you can apply to work with brotherhood.co and transform your fucking life and go to the next level. Other than that, God bless and no slacking.